Horst-Dieter,
Yeah.
It's up to you. First page?
Yeah, it's the first page.
All right.
But you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, CHESSCON best features now. This is the more technical presentation.
Yeah.
Art has more people.
Yeah.
Focus.
People skills. Yeah.
People skills is very good.
Very good.
And you said, yeah, on the technical side, we have no problems, no difficulties. Maybe yes or no.
That's good to know.
But I think, yes, he is absolutely right. It's more a challenge, yes?
Yeah.
The challenge between systems, interfaces, and so on. But from the technical side, we are, I think, very good. We can do a lot of things, OCR, we can remote things, but get it together is very complicated, especially in automation in terminals. And yeah, this is the things we can do with our CHESSCON, with our emulation, simulation. Yeah. We can give you a look, a technical look. It's really more technical, because in our simulation, we don't have people, yes?
Yeah.
We can all do things without people knowledge and so on. But as it says, this is very, 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 yeah.
By the end of the day, it's the people who have to do the job.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, we will see it in my later on in my live presentation. We have a live view there. You can see what is going on in the terminal, and this is for people, not it's not an automation thing. It's for people to understand their system.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now back to the new features. This is the features of our newest version. We have not released this version yet. I hope we will release it in 2 weeks. One of the things what we have done in the version before is in the 3D animation that we have spent a lot of time to make new, better looking equipment. For example, you see a crane. We have new vessels inside, and also straddle carrier, RTGs, RNGs, and so on. But on the other side, if you make more complex models, you need more power on your computer. And this is the reason why in this version we are focused on speed. So you see, in this version, we will have 30% faster loading time. So if you click on, we can load a normal terminal in less than 2 seconds. This is very, very, very cool with all containers inside and so on. We reach this by having that we look into our system, where are the most loading times and so on, and we saw that the pictures, what we are loading for the cranes, for example, we have here, you call it so-called textures. These are normal pictures, what we are painting on these 3D objects. And there, the system spends a lot of time to load this, and there we have now high and low texture things. So you can see it. We have a new setting dialog where we have here the texture quality, and you can click it by high and low. If you have low and then you load it, then we have more than 30%. We have up to 50% loading time, faster loading time. On the other side, to have a smooth, we have a real-time animation. So to see smooth moving of, for example, straddle carrier also, you need a high frame rate, frames per second. And this we have also increased by 30%. So you have now very high frame rate. You will not see it in the presentation because it is limited not by our system, it is limited by Zoom or by Teams or whatever. I think Teams will have, and also Zoom will have 5 pictures per second. I don't know exactly. So you will see it jumping, but in the in our system, if you have it on your PC, we have a smooth.
It will be even more fluent.
Yeah, of course. Other thing, I will not go too deep in all the things here, but it's a field of view. I have on my computer now, we have now displays with really wide. My PC is more than one meter wide. And now we can change the field of view in the 3D so that you can get more information on the 3D if you have a wide screen.
Yeah, at the same time on the screen.
Okay, that's enough for this, I think. Also in this version, the new version, we will have more 3D objects, more details inside. It is also technical. I will not go into deep. With normal maps, we have shadows here. You can see it. We have shadows on the objects and so on. This looks like really cool. And in the 3D, also we have a new feature. If we want to make a poster or whatever, in high dimension,
printout poster, hard copy printout.
In a high resolution, then normally you have maybe a HD screen, and it is not possible to make a high DPI screen. And this is now possible. For example, if we want to make really print out for poster with 3 meters and 6 meters, for example,
for exhibitions, for a fair, for a booth,
for booths or whatever, then you can now do it here with our new thing. This is not a normal screenshot. You see it here. You have a wide of more around 20,000 pixels. Then you must have a very
but 3 by 6 meters is quite large. That's okay. That should be large enough.
And with high resolution in 150 dpi, we can do it. Okay. This is one of the things we have in the 3D. So in 3D, in this thing, we have now really detailed things with high performance. And one of the newest objects is here. You can see it is our double trolley crane. I will show it later on in a minute in the live presentation. It is 2D, not 2D, double trolley system. It is very easy to change from the single trolley to the double trolley system. In our simulation, you have only to type in the other model, and then you have a double trolley system.
Okay, great.
Everything is the same. And you can model all the things inside our layout editor. So you can have other technical things and so on. We will see it in the live presentation. 1 minute.
So right after this little PowerPoint here, you will have a live presentation in the system itself.
And then we go to my office.
That's good.
Other point.
No.
We have another point here. This is the other picture. We have here is electrification. So we have in our simulation, we will have electrification part. It's currently under development. It will be not in the next version, or in this version we will release next week. It will be in the next version. Because it's under development. But it's very interesting. So what is electrification? You will have, or we have already all the equipment in our simulation. And here you see one of our newest input parameters. And there you have also now the consumption of the equipment. With all the things, you have normal battery if you have a battery-driven equipment. you can have fuel, or you can have a change. It could be a changer, a truck, for example.
Okay.
You can have a change.
So it's not just the choice between between battery-driven straddles, for example, and ordinary diesel straddles, but you can have both types running on one terminal if you like to.
If you like
for
to.
example, if you're right now, as Art pointed out, in a brownfield automation project, for example, you would not take out all the diesel straddles at once, but do it step by step. So you can switch over, so you can have this in your simulation. So you have the diesel-driven old-fashioned ones and the new electrified equipment. And this is not just for straddles. Right now it's for straddles, but you will also have more equipment available soon.
Yeah.
Okay. And what means corresponding infrastructure? What is it?
Yeah,
the changing.
Yeah, the changing. We have also our layout editor. We have new objects.
Yeah.
And these are three new objects. These are charging stations, normal charging stations. And we have to connect them to the traffic network. And then if you say, okay, you have only 10%, you can put it in battery, then on your equipment, then the equipment is driving to the charging station. The next charging station, you can have a lot of charging stations if you want. Also a normal tank diesel fuel station is possible. The main thing is of this simulation is to get, can I get the same with the normal equipment with the electrified equipment, and the other thing is how many charging stations I need, for example. Yeah.
Okay.
So this can be done all complete with the newer version.
Yeah, but that will be done in the simulation to figure out how many charging stations do I need if I run a certain configuration on this terminal, if I have a side-by-side operation, ordinary diesel, and the new electrified equipment. You can do all that in the simulation later on.
Yeah.
Once the new version has been released.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, these are the best news of the simulation and emulation. Now the next slide, please.
Yeah.
What we have also is our new thing that we have a live view system. What we mean? No, order? One command? No. Our live view system. So this is not more, let me say, a simulation. It is more that we are connecting to the real terminal, and we show all these things, all the equipment, where the equipment are, and so on our 3D map. What we have new now in the first version is that we have also equipment viewer. We have already in our system in so-called YAP viewer. You can filter container. You can say, okay, show me all container for the next vessel arrival, for example, and show them in yellow or whatever. And now we have the same, more or less the same, for the equipment view. So we have not only the 3D view, we have also a complete list view with all the data, with all the attributes you want to see.
For filtering.
Yeah, for filtering. You can configure all the things. You can do it as you like. You have a lot of, or you could have a lot of attributes. For example, is the next destination position, the workforce things, and so on. You see it here.
I can't see it.
No,
because
okay, yes, it's Alina's. Yeah, okay. It's not.
So
it
doesn't make any sense to drive your mouse over as soon as Alina's having it.
Yeah, and this is one of the things we have now in the first release. This is very cool. And then you can also interact with the list and with the 3D. So you can say, okay, show me this equipment, or show me all the equipment and make a pointer on it or whatever.
Yeah.
This is possible. It's very cool what you can do.
You will show it.
Yeah, I will show it.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Okay. But live view is just a question, please.
Yes.
So live view and live view for ECN4 are not really not entirely different systems. But ECN4, for example, if you have Navis users, it could be the first step.
Yeah.
Quite an easy step towards the digital twin world.
Yeah.
And live view itself, without the addition ECN4, would be a full-scale, full-step digital twin. But of course, it makes sense for many customers when they are turning for a digital twin to start with our live view ECN for ECN4 first, because it's a little bit easier or much easier to implement. And you would also have these configuration tables at hand. You have the filterings at hand and so on. So that would be a nice first step.
Absolutely. What we here have with the CHESSCON live view or digital twin, as you like, we called it live view, is we have more or less a lot of modules. We can combine things so that you can have data from for example, Navis here for the ECN4, or you can have data, and this is here what we have done also new. You see it on the right, is a TIC 4.0 container handling messages we can receive. We have a new, let me say, server where you can send tick messages.
All right. Okay.
To our system, and then you can have it here on the list, or you can have it then on the 3D. For example, if you want to show real-time XYZ position of the straddle carrier, then it's possible. Over the TIC 4.0 message.
Yeah.
If you have one. If you don't have these messages, or if you don't have XY positions of your straddle carrier because you have not a PDS system or whatever, then you can go and use our ECN4. What is live view for ECN4? It's a Navis protocol. It's the protocol between the equipment and the Navis TOS system. And there we have a special version where you can plug in your system. You have only to build up the virtual terminal, and then without having any PDS system and so on, we can simulate. This is the combination between simulation and real-time viewing. We get the information from Navis, the jobs. Normally you have the job stepping, and we can record all online all the equipment. We get the information over this protocol from every equipment, what order he is getting, and then we are showing it on the 3D world, and additionally also in the equipment viewer. So you can see, for example, point of works, which point of works they are working on, and so on. It's quite more detailed as you have it in Navis.
Yeah, I mean, but that is of course crucial if the system is only connected to a TOS. Only is not not in a negative way, but that could be a first step. You connect it only to the TOS. Then, of course, you do not have the precise position of your equipment, as far as I understand. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You do not have the precise, but at least you have an idea where this equipment might be between the last order it got from the TOS and where it has to drop the box, somewhere in between. And normally that works. That is detailed enough. But if you want to have more detailed, if you have the precise the precise calculation of where the piece of equipment might be now, you need to have a complete digital twin with PDS and IoT system and a large data bank behind, a data lake, as the buzzword goes, a data lake.
What do you want to do?
And with this, you can do much more, but this live rephrasing could be the first step.
And we are ready for it. You can do it in the one way or in the other way.
Fine.
If you find things with the ESGN4, it's very it's not so expensive. If you have a real big data lake with all these things, you have to spend a lot of money to have it. And here with this system, you can get more or less the same things in visualization. In the same manner. So now I want to.
So you will change places now. I'm staying here waiting for you, and you go into your PC and show us the world, so to say.
I will run a detailed simulation now. It's not our normal simulation. It's more or less a very detailed simulation. It's based on our emulation modules. So then you have all the things what you see in 3D. We have emulators behind. You see now we have the double trolley system now in action. You see here the crane is moving to the right bay position, and after he arrives to this one, then you see he will get the container on the right side. This is the first trolley. Here you see it's a remote trolley, not man-driven. Chad will talk a little bit more about this because this is in Busan one terminal. And here you get a buffer. We have here two buffers. Now the second trolley is picking up the container, and here you see the AGV is coming. It's AGV driven. The double trolley system here, it's also working with trucks or with shuttle carriers or with straddle carriers. Both is possible. And here you see now the second trolley is waiting. Then here again, he's dropping the container on it, and this goes to the next step. And here also not with only one, we have here 4 double trolley systems in action. Also here below you see AMGs here serving now the AGV. So this is because we have not so much time, short introduction of what we can do and what we have with the double trolley. If you have normal in our simulation, normal single trolley systems, you have only to change the model, and then you have a double trolley system with all these things. Okay. The next step, or the next I want to show you is, I will stop it on my other screen, is our live view system. So what we have, I will here live view, start live view. Oh, sorry. Again, the simulation was not completely shut down. So this is our live view system in the first version. We have it. Let me look. I have currently a small problem. I will shut down all these things, so it will take a moment. Let me look. I'm here on my development computer, and sometimes I have some problems or whatever because I have the newest things here on my computer. So hopefully now it will work. I will start the live view system. This is the normal starting time. You have also, if you have it in action and operation, it looks like a little bit another way as our simulations. You have to log in. You can choose your language and so on. And what you here have now is, all the equipment. I already said that we have it in a list form. For this, I have to start now a little bit our replay system, which means we have on the other side now, we are reading from a real log file from the ECN4. And then we push all the messages in our system. So, but first I want to show you here, we have two buttons. One button is the, is the layout, the yard viewer, and the other things here is the 3D, CHESSCON 3D. You can easily switch from one side to the other side. You see here, we have the complete terminal with all these things inside. In live view, you see all the equipment in gray or in transparent color, which means they are currently not in action. So nothing is doing on the terminal. No crane is working, and so on. If one crane is working, then you get another color. If you have, if this equipment has a color, for example, red color, he's waiting, and for the blue color, then he's doing a job. But on the other side, what you also can do, on what we also have is, I will switch here a little bit. Normally, you need a big display. Also, what we have integrated in the live view system is our yard view system. So, for example, if you want to see your terminal like import, export, containers or whatever, then you can put it in, and you see it here now that we have all the containers export here. You have the import containers in one view, yeah? This is a very cool thing to have it on the to have a look on the complete terminal. Now you see more or less that we have here now straddle carriers. The straddle carriers get from the beginning of the job, and we are moving here. You see one straddle carrier is now moving to its job, and now more and more equipment will go on and make new jobs. To see, you see normally all the containers, or the other cool feature here, especially if you have it with the equipment you want to show and want to see where your equipment is, that you can clear your complete terminal from the containers. So you now see the straddle carriers, where the straddle carriers are working, and so on. But I will not focus a lot in the 3D view here more, because this is the newer one we have in the list view. So you get all the container straddle carrier in this case from, I will to make it a little bit. Oh, sorry. So that we can see both sides, the 3D side and also the list side. So you see here all the straddle carriers are currently working on the terminal. And this is the same what you normally see if you are connected to a real Navis system, for example, or a normal twin, digital twin or whatever. You have a state, you can see, okay, the straddle carrier is now moving, he's waiting. You can see he is going to the yard. This straddle carrier is moving to the crane, and so on. you can see how with which container. You have a 40 feet container, you have a 20 feet container. You can see the last order step. You can also see the container. And then you can also filter the things here. You can say, okay, I want to see only the, let me say, the straddle carriers who are working for the crane number M5. Where is it? You have also the cranes you can put on here, and you can identify this one. Then you see here on the right side, okay, this is the crane number 5. And on the other side, you can do it all the same here for the equipment, for the straddle carriers. You can say, okay, show me all the things here, show me all selected only this one. So we are see now we have filtered in the 3D only the straddle carriers who's working for crane number 5. Also possible, you can put in here identifiers on it, so you can, if you have all the others also on it, show all objects, then you can have it here, identifier this one. Then you see, okay, all the equipment, all the straddle carriers are moving, and then you can see in detail where the straddle carriers are for crane number 5. Other things what you can do, for example, is you can go to the container and say, for example, follow. Yeah, then we see, okay, this straddle carrier is now moving. You see it all the time then in the middle. I don't know how it looks like in Zoom. Hopefully it's not so struggling.
That looks quite fine, Horst-Dieter.
Okay, okay.
If I may say that. It's quite fluent, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Despite the low frame rate, but it looks good.
Yeah. So this is the other things what you can do. You can also go in, we have so-called information boxes here on it. So you get, and this can be defined in the next version as your own. You can put in all the information you want, and then you can have, we call it billboard, yes, on the 3D. Then you can follow all the information what this straddle is doing. So you have now both, yes. You have a list form with all the things on it, and you have also this 3D. And this combination is the thing which is very, very interesting. What you can do on the terminal now, yeah. And you see we have now, okay, identifiers. So we have now a lot of straddle carriers are working. And also here, you can see it on the state. We have it in the 3D. We have different colors. Yeah, you can every time see what the straddle is doing. If you have the red one, he's waiting for next stop, or because here we are connected to the ECN4 system, which means we have not the correct positions. We are calculating the positions of the straddle carrier and also the way from one area to the other area, let me say from the yard side to the crane. And this could be not the right way in the simulation. And this is the reason why you see often that they are standing here and now they get the next job. Yeah, this is not so good as you have it in the complete system, as already Oliver is asking. If you have a PDS system, then you see the exact position of the straddle carrier, for example. In this case, with the ECN4 live view, you see more or less that the straddle carrier is driving to a position, and if he arrives the position, then we will show it in red. But on the other side, then you pick up and so on, and all these things are driven by the real system. And if you look here, I don't know exactly, I think we have more than 60 60 straddle carrier in action now. Yeah, there's a lot of straddle carriers. This is a real shift from a real terminal. They had a lot of more things. You can also have here the view, you can save the views and so on. Yeah, this is quite interesting, I think, especially for people who want to understand the operation and to have a look on it, because normally if you look out of the window, you see big containers, but you cannot see it in this way. You have it here. So I hope you enjoy my presentation.